Police! There's a guy lighting himself on fire. He's lighting himself on fire. Hello?
Sitting on the bench for a while. I thought the signs were his. He had two large, like the ones you get like kids poster board signs. One about some Ponzi scheme. There was something about Substack.com. Another one suggesting that Biden and Trump's were in cahoots and there was going to be a coup. And he was just sitting quietly, and he had a stack of flyers. I was going to get a flyer, but I didn't. And then at some point he got up. Right before he got up, I turned around and I took a picture of him. He stopped and let me take a picture, and then he got up and walked not towards me but towards the area where I was, and I realized that I thought the signs weren't his, and I was actually going to say to him, "Oh, that wasn't you," like haha, that you were just sitting there. And then he reached down and got like a big can, which apparently was propellant. I actually thought it was water at first. What through my head was maybe he's homeless and he's hot, and doused himself and then threw his flyers. And then he got the second can and yelled at me to run away, get away, and lit himself on fire.
So the male that's involved in this incident, his name is going to be Maxwell Azzarello. Right, he's a male. He's born in 1987. His driver's license indicates that he's from St. Augustine, Florida. What we know from speaking to other witnesses and family members is that he arrived in New York sometime earlier in the week. We have his car being in St. Augustine, Florida on the 13th. So anywhere between the 13th and today, he arrived. We spoke to family members today. They were unaware that he was even in New York. As the fire commissioner stated, he's at Cornell Burn Center right now in likely condition. So the accelerant that was used, it appears to be some kind of alcohol-based substance that's used for cleaning.
Yeah, I'm right here on Davis Street in St. Augustine at the apartment home where Max Azzarello just moved into about 3 weeks ago. And behind me is his car that is still parked before he left for New York. As you can see, there is writing all over it. And in my hand are the pamphlets believed to be the ones that
He said he wanted to be a political martyr, and he meant it.
According to police, 37-year-old Maxwell Azzarello is currently in life-threatening condition. A witness says that he was in a pre-designated protest area when he threw a batch of flyers, doused himself with something, and set himself on fire.
I can't believe he actually did it. That's just shocking. I'm shocked that he would actually go and do something like that. I mean, I knew how it was and about his ideologies and all, but I never would have thought he would have took it to that extreme.
The three friends say they last saw Azzarello right before he left for New York, and he told them he had plans to protest.
And then he just got off probation, and then he said, finally, I can go to New York. And he went to New York like a few days after he was off probation.
I remember him sitting on the porch before he left talking about it was going to be the martyr, but I never thought it was going to be anything like this.
I guess he wrote this before and knew it, it would get out because he's like, I'm the one that set myself. So obviously this was premeditated. If this is true, videos of this guy claiming and accepting responsibility. My name is Max Azzarello. I am an investigative researcher who has set himself on fire outside of the Trump trial in Manhattan. This extreme act of protest is to draw attention to the urgent and important discovery. We are victims of a totalitarian con, and our government, along with many other allies, is about to hit us with an apocalypse fascist world coup. These claims sound like a conspiracy theory, but they are not. They are proof of a conspiracy. If you investigate this mountain of research, you will prove them too. If you learn a great deal about Ponzi schemes, you will discover that our life is a lie. If you follow this story in the links below, you will discover the rotten truth of post-truth America. You will learn the scariest and stupid story in world history, and you will realize that we are all in desperate state of emergency that requires your action. To my friends and family, witnesses, and first responders, I deeply apologize for inflicting this pain upon you, but I assure you, it is a drop in the bucket compared to what our government intends to inflict.